It's time. This is the editing machine, and it is a Mac. It is overpriced and underpowered. Bought it back in 2018 or 2019. I think it has RAM that's only like 2400 speed, 500 gig hard drive, and only 4 cores. And so it's really limping along. Let's go ahead and replace this with a PC somewhere. Let's go find it. What's up, Jerry? I'm looking for a specific PC, something that I know that she would like. It's a water-cooled one, and it has a 5950X in it, so it would have a lot of cores, nothing in here. So it's probably in the guest room, which I use for all my custom setups. Stuff like that. You may remember that from the Corsair custom setup. Now turned into my spray paint area for spray paint the cases since it's so cold. So let's go back here and let's see if we can find this bad boy. And yeah, there it is right there. She loves purple, turquoise, water cooled, and 5950X in there, 3080. There's that bad boy. There it is. Nice soft tubing with some braids, some purple and turquoise. Like I said, 5950X in here, 3080, and I don't know what else. I think these are some Aorus 4400 DDR4 RAM. But what I do know is that it only has one NVMe, and it's a mini ITX motherboard. So it's only got one M.2 slot, or actually, never mind. I think it has 2 on the back. So I think we might be able to get in here, and yeah, right in there. See that? There's a M.2 slot right in there. So the good news is that we're doing a brand new setup for her. The bad news, I'll tell you that later. So we're gonna order an NVMe because you could do it a 2.5-inch SSD internal, but they have slower speeds, kind of the same price as NVMe, so we're not really gonna do that. And we're not gonna do HDD spinning drives. That's more for long-term storage. You're not gonna video edit on a slower drive. So NVMe it is. We're probably gonna do about a 2 terabyte drive because you can probably do some projects, and we're gonna take it and off the working NVMe, and we're probably going to put it on some slower drives for storage, long-term storage. That's where your HDDs come in for the long-term storage. So let's order something. Let's see what kind of NVMEs are out there for this job. So the ones I picked out, Silicon Power, but we're immediately going to probably get rid of that because that is Gen 3. Don't have the speeds for 109. I think it only has like 2200. Samsung 990 EVO, that's a Gen 4. That's real nice. That has speeds of up to 5,000. We got the Crucial P3, but that's a Gen 3. So we're not going to do that. What I'm probably going to do is this Crucial T500, 2 terabytes, because that has the faster speeds about 7,400 megabytes versus the Samsung, which has about 5,000. So let's go ahead and order this. So we just got the T500 in, and I don't know, it's got a heat sink right here. I don't know if this heat sink is gonna slip right in between the motherboard and that PSU right there. So cross your fingers, let's give it a try. And also, I also got Crucial's, well, Crucial sent me their T705, their latest, fastest NVMe out there right now, both speeds of up to 4,500 megabytes per second. Now this would be the drive you would probably want to edit on. Unfortunately, the motherboard I have right now is only a Gen 4, so wouldn't be able to take advantage of the Gen 5 speeds that this thing has. But if you have the Gen 5 M.2 or PCIe 5 slot, M.2 slot, man, you can get this beast right here. Look at the heatsink on this bad boy. It's thick. It's like 4C thick. That's like thick. Look at that thing. Obviously, that wouldn't fit back there between where I needed to go, but you could probably put that, I would probably just swap that out with my main drive or something. I don't know. This thing is a beast, so I'm not going to use that in this one. I'm going to use this in something else. Can't wait, but let's cross our fingers here and let's see if this T500 will work. Let's give it a try. So it needs to fit like right up in here, which I think just barely fits. I don't know. Let's take this PSU out. Let's mount this thing. Cross my fingers that this is going to work, or this will all be for nothing. So, I guess I could remove the heatsink, but I don't know. I kind of like to keep that thing on to cool it down if it gets hot editing and stuff like that. So, I like to live on the edge. I like to live dangerously. So, let's just do it. We're doing it live. We win. All right, now let's fire this bad boy up, and we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna probably wipe it because I think I have my account on here. So we're gonna do the Windows 11. So what you do is you download the Windows Media Creation Toolkit on a USB drive, plug that in, and it will automatically load from that USB stick. So it makes it a bootable USB. So we're gonna go ahead and install Windows 11 on here, clean build. We're gonna format this new 2 terabyte NVMe. We're gonna install the drivers, we're gonna install software and stuff like that. And then we're gonna go and I'm gonna find some monitors. So while that's going, let's find some monitors. I have an extra like ultra-wide, because right now I'm using this ultra-wide for work, and I had a second one that, for video editing, ultra-wide's gonna be sweet because you have the timeline all down here. So that's gonna be real nice. She's gonna have an ultra-wide. You can use my other one. We're also gonna do like another second monitor for other things that you have that you're gonna be looking for, and you can keep your video editing software up, Premiere Pro. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And you know what? We're gonna do maybe kind of like a little floating style where the cables run through the wall. So I gotta do that. So let's order some monitor mounts and run some of the cables through the wall, clear everything off the desk. It's a lot of work, but when it's all done, you'll see it's gonna be worth it. These are the monitor mounts that I use. They're pretty good. They say up to 32 inch, but it holds a 34 inch. Ultra wide, it's not too bad, but it's VESA mount, 100 by 100, and that's what the back, where the VESA mount on the monitors are. So I'm gonna order 2 more of these. They work great already. Mounted those on a wall by finding a stud finder. Another broken one again. Then you see how high you mount it by sitting down and mounting the monitor, making sure the top of the monitor is at eye level. So I also routed the cables through the wall using this. And what I like about this, I got this at Home Depot Commercial Electric, is it actually has this little tunnel that runs through the wall. So I can push the cables through, and it runs through this already guided little tunnel that I already pre-installed. So if I need to run them and swap the cables out, I can just run through these tunnels, since this is an outside wall that has insulation in it. And so it makes it a pain when I want to swap cables out. So it helps when there's already kind of like a plastic pipe running in between these, so I can swap cables out if needed. Then I ran the cables using a J-channel cable raceway. That kind of mounts to the bottom there, and this is just kind of a lip. Cables run inside, and then I mounted a power strip. Let's go ahead and put the monitors on the mount now. Much better. So I gotta find a new keyboard and mouse. Since this Apple one, she likes the low profile. She doesn't want any kind of clicky, any kind of mechanical, custom, high quality keyboard that I already have. So I found an old old keyboard that I had like back in 2012, I think, when I used this for my first setup back then. So we're gonna use that, and it's wireless too, so that's kind of nice. We also found a wireless mouse. We got the Cooler Master MM731. It's a great mouse, and it's wireless. So good thing about wireless is because if we were to have like cables from the mouse and the keyboard all the way back behind you to the left and connect to the PC, it's gonna be kind of tough. So these wireless ones will be fine. They'll work great. Just plug them into the PC, not worry about any cables. Last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and install a spinning hard drive, 4 terabytes. This one's in HGST. They have low failure rates. So we're gonna go ahead and use this for like long-term storage. You know, when she edits large video files and all that stuff, it soaks up a lot of space. And so we're gonna go ahead and use that for long-term storage, dropping those down. So I think they're only like 90 bucks, so. All right, it is done. Let me know what you guys think. I think this PC turned out pretty good. It's a nice little editing beast. I'm gonna do more of these little tubes like that, like Liquid Haas. I think that looks pretty cool. And then I think everything else looks pretty good. So let me know what you guys think. Problem now is we don't know how to edit in Premiere Pro.